Hello, good people. Thank you for joining today's talk about MTE Future, extending the knowledge beyond Adobe tools. This is the first round of breakout sessions, so I'm glad that you joined my talk. Do you see two curious cats? What is it with the girl that cooks? Or with the girl that paints? Well, these are part of who I am. My name is Olga. I'm activating in the marketing automation domain for almost 8 years now, and I'm driven by two things: software development challenges and helping people to gain experience in this domain. Important note before going forward with the presentation: please post your questions in chat during my presentation if you have any. I will try to do my best to answer all of them at the end of the presentation. Are you tired of receiving a lot of spam emails? Be honest, you want to delete them all, right? Even the relevant emails you don't like, if you receive them. Well, let's see what we can cover in today's talk. First, we will cover who we as MTEs are. Then I will provide you the context of today's topic, followed by some challenges in our day-to-day work. We will also cover future ideas for improving current marketing solutions so that in the end, our customers will be happy, of course. So who are we? First, we are technology innovators, but we are also very good team players. We deliver high-quality marketing automation solutions using a variety of tools. Adobe Campaign as a marketing tool, and here we also have hybrids with AM. Adobe Analytics as an analytics tool. We have overlaps with data engineering, and I'll come back to you on that later on. Recently, we also have expertise on Magento as an e-commerce tool and Marketo as a lead management tool. Where do we fit exactly in the great scheme of things? As you can see, we are covering several Adobe tools in terms of expertise, which helps us to contribute to Netcentric strategy for delivering high quality experience for our clients. Now that we have clarified who we are, let's continue with what we actually do. Let me provide you a bit of context. So, what's happening in the actual world of marketing? Well, we can see that there are a lot of channels we consider in this ecosystem when it comes to marketing. Whether it's email, mobile, or social media, all of these channels are the fuel of our entire ecosystem. But where does that fuel go? Well, it is used by a marketing engine and a sales engine. As you can see, these two domains are working closely together, sometimes even overlapping in regards with their activities and functionalities. Both of them have a foundation of data, which can be generated by the surrounding channels and also by the engines themselves. Later, the data needs to be processed and validated in order to be able to use it from a business perspective. So in this way, we make the data to be business relevant. Lastly, we need to have a way of measuring the outcome of our results, and therefore we need a reporting tool. This is a simplified version of an ecosystem which should help with business needs, such as calculating the return on investment as a marketing KPI and convert leads to bookings as a sales KPI. Although the previous ecosystem seems simple, the challenge looks like this. This is an example of trying to build a closed-loop ecosystem for marketing and sales. As you can see, one Adobe tool, in this case Adobe Campaign, which is a marketing tool, is used as a solution for all the business needs. This is creating a lot of integration points with several platforms, which the marketing platform was not created for. More than this, there are a lot of data sourcing prioritization issues due to the fact that every platform has its own specific data reconciliation model. Like this, it is becoming more and more difficult to align all the platforms to the same data model. It seems scary, and of course, that everybody's first reaction would be to run away from this challenge. But that's not us. We love a good challenge. So let's move on and see what do we propose from an MTE perspective. Well, the most important piece would be having a customer data platform. This CDP could be used as a central point by the entire ecosystem, but most importantly, by marketing and sales, which are domains that we are activating in. As you can see, the CDP has an integration layer in order to facilitate the communication with all other components of the ecosystem. With the help of the integration layer, other platforms, such as marketing and sales, would act as both consumers and producers of data for the CDP. One important thing to remark here is that in regards with this proposed solution, from a technical point of view, it has to be both secure and GDPR compliant. Now, let's get into more specifics. This is a case study that will show an example of the most common way of building a marketing and sales ecosystem. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's the best way of doing it. It's all in the integration. We have a marketing on your left, a sales platform on the bottom, and a reporting tool on the bottom to your right. As you can see, every point, 1, 2, and 3, has a different type of integration with a marketing platform in order to save and synchronize data. The marketing platform is seen as a central data point for data integration, which should not be the case. And of course, we can improve of that, but how can we do that? Based on the already recommended generic solution, the first step would be to build a CDP with an integration layer, which would provide a centralized database and a way to communicate with other platforms. As you can see, all 3 points of integration are pointing towards the CDP, leaving the marketing platform as a separate tool with its own marketing-specific activities. Also, the CRM lead database is included in the CDP, and the sales platform keeps only the functional part. Every platform is integrated with the CDP, where data is available from other platforms as well. And this is saving cost because there is no need to have additional integrations between the different platforms. With these two additions, we are building solution based on Adobe tools, but we are not limiting ourselves to just that. We can expand left and right. But where do we go from here? Apart from the already known Adobe tools we are working with, there is a need to extend towards 2 key domains. Data engineering, in order to have the proper tools for building the CDP mentioned earlier, and API layers, in order to build the integration layer for providing the means for accessing the CDP. This knowledge extension is key for providing better solutions for our client and keep the pace with nowadays expectation in regards with technical solution. We have already done our first steps towards these domains, but there are still a lot to be done. So let's get into more details. This is a definition of data engineering as per Google search results. I will give you a couple of moments to read it. Done? Okay. So what is it in practice? First, we need to understand that all data has a source in order to be able to transport it, or in other words, ingest it. This is generating structured and not structured data, such as tables, files, raw data, images, basically any type of data. But then the data needs to be transformed. We have transformations such as cleaning, deduplicating, validating, mapping, adapting to a data model, and this data, of course, eventually will be also stored. Is it enough? Well, not really. We also need to make the data accessible for others to use it. You can see that the already processed data can be accessed through multiple ways: queries, APIs, and metrics. But who is the consumer, you might ask? Apart from the already known applications such as online and offline applications, very important key domains are deep learning, data science, and business intelligence. This is a very important note to mention. Although data engineering is closely related to these domains, it is not quite the same thing. What is the missing piece of the puzzle here? I wanted to make you aware of the most used tools in data engineering. Please keep in mind that these are just a few of the ones out there. So, we have Kafka and Apache Storms as example for data streaming, incoming and outgoing data. We have data processing tools such as Spark and Hadoop. Here, the need is to have as much data processing power as we can get. We can store data using MySQL, Postgre, and MongoDB. We have the already known programming languages, and I know that you know already about Python, but we also need to mention Scala and Java. And because the storage of data is done mostly in the cloud nowadays, in data engineering, it is important to know how to work with at least one of the well-known cloud platforms, AWS, Google Cloud, and Microsoft Azure. With this, I've barely scratched the surface on what data engineering is. If you have more in-depth questions, you can contact me via any channel of communication. But what about API layers? I mentioned earlier 2 key domains, but I've only talked about one of them. If you're asking yourselves what happened to the second one, this API layer, which is our proposal for the integration layer presented previously, I would like to invite you to join my colleague's talk later today, where you will find a lot of interesting details about how an API layer is built. We talked a lot about the technical part of our future plans, but I wanted to take advantage of this opportunity to present my colleagues. Although we are a small community, our plans are big. I am very proud of being part of this community, and I want to thank all of my colleagues for their efforts in regards with all the work they are doing on a daily basis. I will let you a couple of moments to maybe recognize some of them. Now, I hope that the next time you will receive an email, you will better understand the challenges behind the scenes and that we are committed to improve the user experience by improving our own marketing and sales solutions from a technical perspective. In case you haven't done it already, please post your questions in chat in order for me to answer them. And now checking the chat. Okay, let's wait a couple of moments to just think about the topic and post any questions. And yeah, in case you don't have any questions, I would encourage you to contact me directly on Slack or on email or anything that you want to contact me on. And I can also talk to anyone that has any questions around this topic. Okay, then I will give you a part of your precious time back, but I want to give you a big thank you for joining this talk, and I will really appreciate your feedback. In case you don't have access to the link in the presentation, you can go to the breakout session wiki page and click on the link posted there for feedback. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of the breakout sessions. And I see that there is one question, and I know that we have time for it. Okay. Yes, the answer is yes. Some of the technologies that are mentioned in the slide for, I guess it's data engineering, it is used in a UBS project by one of our team members. I see that these are all the questions. Thank you for posting them, and yeah, I wish you again a great day.